doing love and romance. So this is more for people who are in a relationship or you're finding relationship and stuff like that. Anything in your love life. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Obviously, these are going to only resonate because it's a collective reading. I'm not going to be as accurate as I am, but of course you can DM me for a more in-depth reading if these things do resonate with you. I do virtual readings. Okay. So for today, I'm not only going to use these three decks, I'm also going to add another two decks. I know I don't have a review of it yet, but yeah, I'm going to use these two decks as well to do your love reading. Okay, so let me just start first. So we're going to do is we're going to be using these three crystals as our benchmark. This is your rose quartz, this is your moss agate, and this, if I'm not mistaken, is the sakura crystal. Okay, so whichever that is calling to you, so move these things away. So, yeah, let's try to see here. Okay, guys, so I'm going to split these to three. So hopefully you'll pick your crystals. Be easier for you guys. Pick your crystals and then let's see what is the message for you guys for today. Okay, so let's go with the rose quartz first. Just gonna take this three. It's 1, 2, and 3. If you pick the first deck, rose quartz, this is the message for you. It's gonna leave here so you know. So we're going to try to understand if you are in a relationship or if you are not in a relationship. This is most likely the things that's happening. So we're going to stick with this is you and this is the person's other person. Okay, let's take three from here and then we will follow. So for me, I believe like you as a person itself, right? You tend to have a self-sabotaging tendency, especially when you're overstressed, when things are very overwhelming and stuff like that. First thing that you always see it is the differences instead of the similarities that you carry with a particular person. So because of all the differences, all the stress that is happening, obviously you're going to make a decision and you're going to self-sabotage yourself. Okay. If you are not in a relationship, this is probably why you've not met a person. If you're in a relationship, let's try to understand your partner. Okay. I feel like because of your tendency over hearing self, your partner is someone who tries to communicate a little more. They try to converse and stuff like that. But a lot of their plans don't go the way they want to because of your energy, the way you kind of portray a lot of stuff. And for them also, they don't know when they should do something, when they shouldn't. I feel like they're kind of, running around you and trying to make you feel more happy, try not to stress you of a situation, and then they go on to something different. So their plan, it is to hop around you, to give you your safe space. They try communicating, they try to converse, but somewhat communications kind of stressed you out as a person, and because of that itself, a lot of their plans don't go the way they want to. They just don't know what to do, what is right and what is wrong. Just try to understand where this is going right now or where will it go. Okay. So you're right, my dear, you already need to decide what do you want. when it comes to this love, comes to this relationship, what do you really want? Okay. And for your partner, right, I think this person needs to start expressing their love despite of whatever you are giving. But you see, the problem here it is that if you don't know what you want, whatever they're going to do, it's not going to be something that you can understand. It's kind of going to stress you out. So you kind of really have to work on this stressing part of things. Okay, and like here as well, you need to recapture back romance through playfulness, go back to the more playful side of things, the more lighter part of things, Love is an emotion that you're supposed to enjoy, you're supposed to feel it, you're supposed to express it, and it's supposed to be very light energy, very playful energy, where our inner child comes out and feels safe. I feel like this person, they're very flirtatious, but can we actually focus or can we work with this energy? Okay. Next, let's also see what does this decks have for us. Most likely this is like a 10 cards readings, but I usually do take out a little and give. Okay, so let's try to understand what does this love need or what are the messages. Okay. I say for you, right, my dear, you must understand there's literally nothing stopping you right now. There is a lot of freedom in this whole entire part. Okay, you just need to trust that you need to accept a lot of things so that things can happen or can transform to a better place. For now, you need to control your own headspace because if you are going to put more energy to the negative part of things, what new possibilities can come inside your life? Nothing. So, really, right now, sit down and start creating more positive energy around your relationship and trust the universe has put both of you in this space of time, and it is best that you work with on yourself, you focus on yourself than focusing on this person because your energy is kind of messing up this person's energy as well. Okay, so this is the dark mirror. It's basically foreshadow work. So we're going to try to understand this particular person on what darkness do they have. Again, it's a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, there is some sort of addiction in your side, my dear. It doesn't need to be on drugs and alcohol only, but sometimes we can also be addicted to pain. We can be addicted to self sabotaging. We can be addicted to the stress that we're feeling. So when we're in a safe space, we don't know how to react. Okay, we may create a lot of this and that. As for your partner himself, right? But yeah, I feel like with your partner himself, right? There's somewhat they're always used into carrying or bearing a lot of, they're always going to ask sorry before anything, to maintain the peace of a place or a situation, they would always be the wrong person. And this is how this person has grew up with. So like even right now, whatever you're doing, most likely this person are just bearing. They're always the first one to ask, I'm sorry, please forgive me and stuff like that. While you let your own, you let your own thoughts come inside and then it's like also over here you feel that your partner is kind of trying to protect you, but why are you still pierced over here through this particular person? And I feel like it's because you aren't accepting stuff, like, and the best part is the moon itself. The both of you definitely do complete each other. I feel like you just need to try to understand that this person is also wounded, just like you are. So if we can actually follow these shortcuts, you can actually understand that the both of you are definitely finding a lot of peace at the same time. You all are finding a lot of, you both are finding for a safe space right now. Okay, next we're going to use the Divine Energy Oracle deck. Okay. See, this is like what you can exactly do right now for you here. Just start looking forward in this relationship and you need to be more patient. Like looking forward means looking forward in a more positive note and learn to be more patient. Okay. As for your partner, it's time for this person to start making necessary sacrifices and focus on success, because the more they become the pushover or the blame taker, stuff like that, it's not going to help them to progress in any sort of way. But that also might mean that it comes to this love, right? It is time for this person to step up a little more to allow this person to shine. Okay, that was the rose quartz reading. If you guys want more in-depth reading, of course, this is like a bit more than 10 cards. It won't be 25. If, I mean, like, until here, it was 25. With this, it will be extra because this is more like the healing part of things. Yeah. Yeah, but you can also ask me additional 3 questions if you want. And yeah, you can check out my page, Artist Spiritual Gift Shop, if you want a reading more for you. If this resonated with you and you want a more customized reading for yourself with your partner, you can DM me. Okay, that was the first cards. Next, number 2 is the most agate. This is like a very grounding stone. So if you're very attracted to these, your heart chakra perhaps needs a message. As much as a grounding stone, it's also very much for the heart chakra because green color. And heart chakra is where love is. So for the number 2, this is your love message. Now we see one person is reminiscing, the other person, wow. It is so beautiful, this love story. When you just see it, you can already know of the connection as well. Okay, so if you're single, this is the only one for you. If you're in a relationship, this is about you and your partner. Okay, so what we understand right now in this relationship itself, right, that you do miss a lot of things from the past, all the happiness and stuff like that. As for your partner, they kind of understand what is going on and stuff like that, but they just feel that right now it's just too late for us to go back to the happy times, for us to go more lighthearted and stuff like that. Okay. But one thing right now, right, my dear, with you in self, you're definitely very confused over here. You do understand there are a lot of things that's coming around or being in the part of the relationship. This could actually be like, either you are moving elsewhere because of your career, or there is other sort of responsibilities that has come into your life. It could also be your children and even be your parents or whatever external factors that this does not mean there is another person, another woman in particular, but it could be any of this. Okay, it could also be a temptation. It could also be something that they're very much drawn to and stuff like that. Okay, and this is you right now. Perhaps your heart or your eyes is kind of very confused on a lot of things, but you must understand that your partner right now, right? They're very done running away from stuff. They have finally realized that no, I'm going to sit over here and solve whatever that is going on. So it's more of like both of you are trying to understand each other in a whole different realm, or perhaps getting to know each other again. Okay. But one thing we understand, right, that both of you, despite whatever happens on the top over here, there will always be love on your side, and this particular person will always come back. So they're always coming back for this love. Okay, let's see. Like this one, you need to already start giving a genuine chance in your relationship, and you need to work on the partnership, like more on the friendship of this whole entire thing. Okay, as for your partner, right? They just need to learn how to enjoy things a little more. Like instead of reacting and stuff like that, enjoy. But I feel like right now, right, my dear, your headspace, it is something that you really have to focus and really control. Okay. And yes, if this is something that is too overwhelming for you, let people inside your life, ask friends, ask a therapist, ask someone to come and help you, and ask and accept the support from others. Okay, but be sure of the person that you're reaching out to. They do have the best interest and they would really want something good for you. Okay. Problem right now that your partner himself, I think this person is kind of going through it, is that they feel that the both of you have very different sort of upbringing, very different sort of background. And the influence that you have for each other may not be the best. So when we say work back on your partnership, is try to understand this person, because they are very attracted to you. That's all I can say. This person is very much attracted to you. However, they also do understand the differences in this place. But with you, I feel like you're only looking at the differences. You're not looking at any similarities. And this may be frustrating for another person, right? So let's try to understand what's the best thing that you can do when it comes to this love. Wow, guys, you are currently in a twin flame. That means, right, the both of you have chosen this way so that both of you can change something. This is so beautiful, and that is why I feel that the love will always come back no matter what. Like you all will always come back to each other despite whatsoever. So we need to work on this. The only way that either we lose this and we forever want this person, or we need to work on this. Okay, so first, I think that this person, you need to just understand there is no right, there's no wrong. Okay, we need to understand love. And I feel like right now, you need to start look deep within yourself for you to try to understand that this person has a lot of love for you, but you must also understand your love for this person is also tremendously a lot. That being said, how do we move forward from here? Let's try to understand our dark sides or our insecurities when it comes to this relationship. With you in self, right, you must understand your greatest fear right now. It is that you will be alone in the world. So you just will hold on to anything and everything without working through it or without finding a way to move forward. Okay. Your person in self, right? They are just broken. They're just broken to many, many pieces. But it's very, very similar, the both of you. Whatever you don't say, it is the things that this person is also hiding. But the more you tend to throw words or you tend to hurt this person, they're just going to keep a lot of things and they will bottle a lot of things. And that is why they used to be a runner. Things get hard, they run because they don't want to feel a lot of stuff. It's really too much, too broken inside. But with you, they finally found something to hold on to. They finally found something to work with. And now their only fear is that, do I still have time? Can I still fix this? But when it comes to twin flame itself, yes, we need to work. I feel like you first need to get out of your head that you are genuinely alone in this world, or your greatest fear that you will be alone in this world. And you need to focus on how you can actually connect back with this person. Like, try to understand that you've already found your person, you found your twin flame. It's not easy, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So let's try to see. It's the best advice we can for you. So the first thing it is laugh at your demons, and this I would say it is this part. Like, instead of confusing yourself, right? It is best for you to try to understand that these are all your greatest fear, and all of your fears are surfacing in this relationship. So the best you can do it is that prove that you're not afraid of anything and nothing is scary for you. Okay, and work on raising your vibration right now. Like, the higher your energy is, the higher or the greater things that comes into your life. Like, love is the greatest energy, laughter is the greatest energy, happiness is the greatest energy. So what you can do to raise your vibrations right now, work on that. Okay, and for your partner, they have to start facing their own adversities right now. Most important thing, right? They need to start living their life the way they want to and not the role they decide to play when it comes to life itself. Like, connect more with their heart, let go of whatever broke them. A lot of healing is definitely needed in this person's side because fragmentation, their own adversities and the block right now, and they're not living their soul. They are like playing a role right now. So it's a bit hard for this person to be in the most authentic version, but that is this love that is coming to save. And with twin flame itself, right, my dear, you must try to understand this one is projecting here is projecting here. Both of you are so similar. It's just a whole different story. And now, with this understanding, it is best that you all sit down and really start connecting with each other, talking about this hard, tough stuff. Perhaps also get a massage, or if not, go ground, go to Mother Nature, start grounding with her, connect with her, and let's see where it goes. Okay. So if this reading resonated well with you and you would like to engage me for an in-depth reading, you can do so. The link is in my bio. You can find me on Instagram, Artii Spiritual Gift Shop, or on Facebook or on TikTok as well. Okay, and then you can DM me for a paid reading. Reading starts from $25, and yeah, you can actually see the other options. So if you have picked this crystal, this is a Sakura agate crystal. This is for number 3. This is also for your reading. This really seems like a very intense relationship. Not gonna lie. So if you're in a relationship, this is for you, this is for your partner. If you're not in a relationship, this is only for you. Okay, so over here we already get one card, or the first card itself, that you will want to reveal something. There is some things or some truth that you're still holding it. I don't believe you're lying or stuff like that, but you're definitely hiding a lot of things, or like hiding the truth of things. Okay, but I also understand why this is happening, because you're very much afraid of what your partner will do or think or say, because kind of your partner, right? It's more on the ego side of things, where they actually want to make sure everything is right, or they just like to, uh, in other words, they don't really like to air out their dirty laundries. They're very, very, everything is in between. Okay, everything has to be with them. They're very conscious also about what the world or the society or the people around them are going to say and speak. For that one reason, it's very hard for you to be your authentic self in this relationship. Okay, and I feel like the current moment, you really need to start thinking through a lot of things. Like, is this the energy that you want? And why are you even overthinking a lot of stuff? Because it's not you're going to hold yourself back because of what other people are going to say. Sometimes you're also very afraid to say things to this person because you're also afraid of what this person is going to say. Okay. And as much as you really need this space for you to think and stuff like that, I feel like your partner also needs this space, because right now their partner doesn't have clarity. So confused, and he feels like the only way is that, no, I have to run away, or I have to let go of this relationship, which is also another reason that he's very confused on where this relationship is going. I feel like there's a lot of argument in both sides. Like, for you, right, my dear, you're constantly only thinking that, why you don't understand me, why you don't understand me. But I feel like you also don't understand this person. So that is why you also don't know how to be more open in this relationship. You don't really know how to, just be your true form of yourself. But I feel like it's a lot of conflict in this relationship. It's just that both of you are just assuming a lot of things instead of throwing the questions and understanding each other. Just because I said something, now you have assumed the worst of me. That is the situation that is happening in this relationship. Okay, so I feel like with you, right, my dear, you're kind of thinking like, someone is not being honest and stuff like that. And honestly, I see in your side, yes, although you're not honest and stuff, you're not harmless. Like you are more, your lies or whatever you're hiding, it's not really going to hurt a lot of people. But because of your lies or whatever that you're hiding, right, it's kind of making this person even more confused, making this person to stray away. Like I feel like at this point, this person cannot commit to you towards the long run. At a point, yes, they definitely thought about long term, even wanting to be with you, getting married and stuff like that. But for now, definitely the energy is not there. This person is definitely in the very negative side. They're definitely not optimistic when it comes to their love life. They're just very negative. And I feel like, yeah, these two confused couple, like, what do we expect, right? And for you as well, right, my dear, I feel like when it comes to your finance and your career over here, you definitely don't have a proper hold, and it's not something that you're focusing on. Like a lot of your time and a lot of your energy is going on to this relationship instead of you building something for yourself right now. And as much as you don't let finance and career enter inside your love life, you don't have that stability as well. Okay, let's see what do we have for this. They say like this relationship looks like in a very bad state, right? So first, right, my dear, I think the both of you need a lot of self-reflection. Like, why are y'all behaving this way? And you need to individually do this. Like, do not point fingers, because I do realize this relationship, there's a lot of criticizing. There's no acceptance in this. Okay, so we are moving or pushing each other to further unhappiness instead of accepting. I feel like the best thing that we can do right now is that whatever that is happening, we just need to reassure and reaffirm ourselves that we deserve happiness. Because if we don't do that, we are definitely going to feed more into the negativity that is already happening. And as much as you want space, what are you doing with that space? Are you self-blaming or playing the victim over here and like keep pointing to this particular person and saying that, you're not giving me this, you're not doing this? So yeah, like really reflect the criticizing part of this and go back to happiness, because the whole entire confusion, the whole entire no commitment, the deception, we've just got too much of negative energy going around here. Okay, let's try to understand the shadow side. So I feel like with you in self, right, my dear, it is that you always limit yourself from a lot of things. Like you are just so fearful of the things that, like this laser light, this bird, it's something that you have created. It doesn't happen in reality. It's not like that. Like you don't have to cage yourself. The more you cage yourself, the more that you are putting yourself in a puzzle. I have to be this. I have to show up like that. You're definitely not going to be in freedom, and you're definitely going to try to control a lot of things that is happening. Okay, and obviously you're always going to be on the more victim side of things than being more on the stable side of things. As for your partner himself, I do see that this particular person, they just cannot decide a lot of things because they're very, very confused. And I think this is their whole entire life about, you know, pushing things like, okay, tomorrow we can do this, tomorrow we can do this. Next thing you know, a lot of time it is gone. There's no decision. And it is very hard for someone to be positive when we don't start something. Like today, we need to start something. At least take a pen and paper and start writing the schedule or start doing what you have to do. When it comes to this love life, I honestly feel that this person just cannot manifest anything positively. Despite a lot of signs from the universe, nothing. They are just like procrastinating, sort to some new level of procrastination. But I believe this all happened. It's because the fear, or what have they gone through that actually has kind of make them to shut off. They feel much easier this way. So, like with you and self right, my dear, you need to start understanding everything needs to be done in a certain amount of level. Like you can't overdo a lot of things. If not, obviously you will be in this cage. You know, you cannot find yourself out there doing anything. Okay? And a lot of things we need to accept, my dear. Like, for example, some people are walking out of your life. You need to just accept that you cannot be holding stuff, like for example, if I said, oh no, I don't like a girl who eats ice cream, and then what, you're going to just not eat ice cream? Sorry, a girl or a guy who don't like ice cream, are you going to forever not be eating ice cream because that is what? I think that is the time that you need to realize that this person is not good in for me. They're very toxic because who are you to like or dislike someone's preference? Like, can you accept or can you not accept? Yeah. For this person, they need to start nurturing themselves already. Like your partner really needs to work on nurturing their self. And they need to start imagining solutions because the more you dwell into the more negative part of things, like everything's quite clear cut with this person. Like the more you think of negative, only negative things what you're going to attract. So you really have to focus right now on nurturing yourself, create the positivity, like self-talk. Try to accomplish more things, have a more scheduled plan on other areas of your life. Instead of being confused, you just need to focus more on communication. So I don't know, if you're in this relationship, right, my dear, like stop assuming, start communicating, but also at the same time stop pushing things. There's no tomorrow. There's no things that you have to be perfect and stuff like that. I don't know, this gives me a very Virgo sort of vibe, but yeah. And this gives me a very Leo sort of vibe. I don't know, just like that. But yeah, if that kind of resonates with you, do let me know in the comment as well. But yeah, guys, I guess this is the reading for you. If this did resonate with you and if you would like to get a more in-depth reading, you can actually do DM me. I've actually put the links down there. So I also have all of these decks reviewed on my YouTube channel. Yes, you can go and get that from the other side of things. But yeah, this was for the third card. And if this reading did resonate with you, or any other reading did resonate with you, please do share this with your friends. I do virtual private readings as well, in which you can engage me for a more in-depth reading for you and your partner, or just for yourself. Okay, that's always for me from Artie Spiritual Gift Shop. Thank you very, very much. And I'll see you guys next week for my career reading spreads. Okay, do it. Bye.